Hello everyone, how is it going? My name's Valhalla Pickle, and today we are building and hopefully potentially getting a lot of progress done with our logistics for our Fixmas factory. This is something I meant to start about 3 days ago, but then I decided to add a train into this entire factory, which resulted in us building a bridge and will soon result in us building a train station just off to the right side of the screen. And there is the train right there going across our bridge, which we managed to finish off in yesterday's live stream. If you guys like Satisfactory, you'll probably enjoy some of the other videos and streams I've got. So if you have missed today's live stream, don't worry, I'm live again tomorrow. And feel free to stick around for more Satisfactory content. Regardless, let's just get straight into it. Firstly, well, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. So the very first thing I want to try and talk about is that I'm actually co-streaming on YouTube and YouTube Shorts today rather than Twitch, because recently Twitch just has not been working at all. So if you guys prefer YouTube Shorts, which I'm sure there's maybe someone out there that does, then yeah, I now do that. Let me just double check it's definitely working before I continue. How do I even check? Videos, streams. It says that I am definitely like, welcome Vinod, by the way, hope that you're doing good. I've actually got no idea how to check this. Yeah, it definitely says, okay, I'm live for the regular streams, that's good. And for the shorts content, it says that I'm live as well. I don't quite know where I'm live, but you know what? Sure. I'm going to accept it. I'm just going to accept it. So yes, this building right here is going to undergo some changes, not today though, because that's just nothing to do with this particular factory. I'll rather just focus on this Fixmas factory since I just want to try and get it done. The last thing that I managed to do in our stream from yesterday was this, which is never really something I was trying to do, but it kind of worked out. All of our gifts are now going up this way, then down this way. So eventually when everything is moving, it's going to be really nice to see all the gifts just going to wherever it is that they actually need to try and get to. I think it just looks really good, and overall I'm rather happy with the way it looks. How many gifts do I need in total? It is going to be 300 gifts per minute. And this right here is the inside of our factory. However, I want to try and finish doing all of our gift exterior logistics. There we go. Just like what I showed a bit earlier on there as well, because I still have to do it for this side and everything on the other side as well. So that shouldn't take that much time at all, hopefully. Because for these 5, because there's nothing over there, you all come towards this direction, up here, then you actually come back down this side, right there. So luckily everything actually does work out rather perfect. Although one thing I'm probably going to end up doing is redoing the logistics over here, for example, because I want all 6 of these to be facing this direction, north. But currently they are all facing south. And I can just get rid of the logistics, then place it in again, but I've got to do it 6 times here, 5 times on the other side, and then a few more times. It's kind of annoying after a while. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just slightly remake another variant of this blueprint, because the actual blueprint itself is completely fine. I just want to change it a little bit so I can make it far more efficient for myself. And all I have to do is just this, then just swap this around. That is literally it. It's that simple. So I want you to go this way, okay, which is west. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. But thank you very much again, by the way, to everyone who's tuning into these streams. I know that it's maybe not the best time for everyone whenever I stream, so I do appreciate the ones that do still tune in, no matter what your time zone is. Because the truth is, no matter what I do, it won't be the correct time zone for everyone. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. There we go, so you're now going the correct direction. So I'm going to call you 001.2. Because you're the exact same, just a different variant of it, if that makes sense. And that's basically how I do my blueprints. It's really, really simple. And our train should be about to come over there now. There we go. Did I need to add a train here? No, I really did not need a train. But having said that, though, I quite like it. It's a horrible time for you? Yeah, there's not really anything I can do about that. There we go. It's either I stream now, or I stream in 5 hours from now. But I don't really want to be doing evening streams, so I just can't really be asked, if I'm honest, a lot of the time. I like doing these afternoon streams because this is the time that I normally play Satisfactory anyway. So it's easier for me to stream at this time. So how are we going to do this? All of you lots are just going to come over in this direction, aren't you? That sounds rather reasonable. What I do want to try and do here actually is this. Oh, there we go. Then you're going to be there. Now let's make sure this definitely does work. It should do. There's no reason why this should not work. You'll all be facing that direction. Everything hooked up. Everything is indeed hooked up. You're all starting to make your gifts. Brilliant. So that all works. Great. Okay. This tree here is kind of in the way, but the problem is it's connected to both of these. And if I get rid of this tree, that gets rid of almost 50% of the vegetation in this actual area. So I don't want to. I can just keep this area blank, but I also don't really want to do that. Just get me some gifts. There we go. And the logistics is definitely this side, right? Brilliant. We do not want to be making that mistake again. I think it was the start of either yesterday or the day before that stream where I placed down all of these, but they ended up all being in the wrong direction. So the logistics was this side and the trees were that side, which was a bit of a whoopsie on my part, but you know what? It is what it is. Because now, it looks rather dapper, so I'm quite happy with it. There, that looks good, I think. Yes. Because they should be coming down pretty much in line with this 1 meter foundation or 1 meter wall. So that's always quite nice. There. Brilliant. Was it last stream? Wow. Losing track of time. This train journey is really quick, by the way. Which is great. I mean, it is literally there. Like, we're not going that far. But it's nice to know that it's still rather rapid. So the way that I want to try and do this then is just, yeah, connect all of you guys together. Nothing too fancy. Nice. It's going to keep doing this little glitch again, where you look at where you want it to go, and yet it doesn't go in the direction that you're looking at. That's always really fun. Same thing here. Come on. There we go, thank you. Then, yeah, you're just going to go straight up like that. Is everything now connected except for you? I believe so. Yes, that should now be everything. Okay, let's do it. I do want to try and get this as close to exact as possible. And this shouldn't be wildly difficult, if I'm honest. Because you're going to go there. Then you're going to be lined up with this. As long as everything is in line with each other, then, I mean, that's basically it. It really is that simple. And it's not often I say this is simple and it's actually simple. But this time, no, it actually is simple. That's great. Okay, you decided to rotate yourself. Okay, why? There we go, that's perfect. Now that we have the correct level, all I've got to try and do is just line it up here. You there. Then have you facing this direction. Yes, that is indeed correct. Oh, we haven't got the floor hole down there just yet, so that's fine. I can barely even see where I placed that, but I'm pretty sure it's in the right direction. Lovely. Are you now facing the right way? You are. Brilliant. Yeah, this blue light here actually does do a lot. This design's actually rather perfect for having these conveyor belt lifts, even though it wasn't actually my intention for it to look like that originally, but no, absolutely it works. But today we're focusing a little bit less on aesthetics and a bit more about efficiency, logistics, which is actually my favourite thing to do in this game, is to focus a bit more about the mathematical logistic elements of the actual game itself. Even though I do love decoration, even though this looks a bit crap as of right now and probably for the foreseeable future, but no, overall I do actually like working on the logistics the best. To be fair though, I'm playing a game that requires you to almost enjoy logistics, so good that I like it. It'd be concerning if I didn't, but oh well. I said the word concerning and I tried to yawn at the same time. I didn't realise I was going to yawn, otherwise I would not have said concerning, but oh well. I couldn't yawn, unfortunately. Okay, so everything is now connected here. That took... Wait, are you facing the wrong way? What? I did not do that. I am fairly certain I did not do that. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? I've now got to replace you. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I did. The gifts are now facing the outside. Did I do something wrong there, chat? I'll have to rewatch that a bit later. I don't massively care, but I felt like that was fine. Okay, see, things are better now. How weird. You yawned the most important word. Oh dear. The thing is, I can't really tell when I'm about to yawn. It just happens. Like, sometimes you can. It's like when you're about to sneeze. Sometimes your body tells you about a minute in advance that your body wants to sneeze, and other times, nope, no warning. Okay, I think we're done now for this. I mean, was that simple or was that simple? Now let's focus on this next part. Again, should still be relatively simple, I think. Let's come down to around about here. Okay, that's actually a lot higher than I thought it was. Whoops. It's fine. Same concept still applies. I'm going to grab you. And if I can get into here, there we go. And bring you all the way around to here. Brilliant, and down we go. What? What did I land on? Wait. Genuine question, what am I on? It's so dark in here, I can barely even see. It's so dark, I literally can't even see. We'll turn on this for now. Okay, brilliant. We now have to lower this down by a little bit more. And where do I want you to be lined up? Because you're pretty much just going to go into the awesome sink. So... where do I want you actually facing? That could be an interesting question. Low barrier? I didn't need barriers. It could have been a wall, but I wasn't really touching it though. I was floating. Oh well. It's fine, it's not a massive drama. So I think with this one, because I don't actually need any of these gifts, I do want to try and put you into an awesome sink. The problem is, though, I haven't actually got any room for the awesome sink. So for now, I think what I'll do is just leave it like that, and then we'll decide what I can do with it a little bit later on. Now what I want to try and do is, first of all, fill in these two. Why did I not do that? Which direction do I want you guys going in as well? That seems right. You're all heading north, aren't you? Roger. I think, yeah, that is correct. Let's do it. When it comes to heights, there. And that's basically all the tree stuff I want to try and do today. We are going to come back to this later on, but the truth is I've got all the gifts that I need. So there's not really much point spending another 20 minutes just yet collecting all these gifts just to sink them, basically. The next thing I want to try and do is actually trying to get, well, I keep saying the word try. What we are going to do is get our iron and our copper. Because this is what we have to try and make. In fact, I've actually got to double all of this, don't I? 'Cause we're making 2 stars now, not just 1. So, iron ore. Can you just about see that? Okay, if I was to keep it there, you guys should be able to see most of that now. Yeah, that's grand. So you're 90. You're going to be 45. 90 as well. And you're also 90. 30. Same here. Yeah, but yeah, the reason why we are doubling this is because whenever I do pretty much anything in this game, especially bigger factories, and I don't know how many resources it's going to end up consuming, I always try and calculate 1 or 10 if it's like a very cheap item to make. And then I just see how many resources I've got, find the lowest resource, then divide it by that, if it makes sense. But yeah, basically, I always try and calculate 1 of an item first. It's far easier to do. Far easier. What are you? Are you 75? 67... I think you are 75. 14, 15, 60... Yeah. It's a bit of a weird number, that one, isn't it? And 40. I was talking halfway through that, so I don't know if I actually got all my maths right, but I mean, it should be fine. Yep. Yeah, that seems about right to me. Brilliant. So, these are the amount of resources that I'm now going to need. So let's just yeet that over to there for now. Reduce the size of it. And now what we're going to do is wait for the train to come back, hop on the train to LAX. Sorry, it's a song. We're going to hop on a train, and we're going to temporarily hook up our copper and our iron to the train, so we can bring it here. The reason why I say temporarily is because I need to actually build the train station, which is somewhere, as I wait for the train to come, is somewhere over here, and it has a lot of work that needs to be done to it, because it's currently floating, it doesn't look very nice. I want to try and add storage containers, just so it doesn't interrupt the flow rates. There we go. Let's actually sit inside of the train itself. There is actually a train menu, but this is very self-explanatory. It goes from there to... It literally goes across the crater lake. That is basically it. I don't know if I want to necessarily have any more trains in my playthrough. We'll see. Vehicles, maybe. Drones, yes. We are doing drones no matter what. That's the whole plan, at least. I don't mind the way it exits from the factory. Again, I do apologize if the screen looks a bit dark. It shouldn't do, but it is what it is. Welcome, Rob. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. How do I leave? There we go. Right, so iron and copper right here. Brilliant. I think what I want to try and do, again, literally just for now. So I've got something here. Don't I hate drones? Yes, that's why I want to use them. What we'll do is this. This. Because the thing is, I'm one of those people that where if I dislike something, I don't just not do it. I try and find a reason as to why I dislike it and try and see if I can like it. Okay, why can't I build you there, but I can build you there? Flipping may occur. What? Okay. I'm basically giving them a second chance. Now you're going to go down to there, you're going to go down to here. And it doesn't necessarily matter who goes where, as long as someone goes somewhere. There we go. So as of right now, we are technically getting 780 of both items, when I only need about 150 combined, so yeah. And this is the station I was talking about a little bit earlier on. This is definitely going to be having some sort of extension from this tower, and I'm hoping it's going to end up looking rather okay. I don't love drones, no, I just want to try and use them, that's all. I want to try and understand them better. Because whenever I do these playthroughs, I always try and do things differently from one series to another. Last series was a lot about trains, and I understand trains better now, a lot better. I just want to take a bit of a break from them, whereas drones, I don't understand everything to know about drones. So hopefully in this playthrough, I'll be able to learn quite a lot about them. And eventually the plan is, by the time that I've finished a couple of these series and messed around with quite a lot, I'm hoping that hello. There we go. I'm hoping that I'll be able to be a lot better at this game than before. Having belts breaks your brain. It's fine, it's temporary. Welcome, Zell. Hope that you're well. Oh. Try not to get hit. So here's a potential problem. Coming out of this, we're going to have both iron and copper. Obviously, we need to try and separate them. The easiest way that I can possibly think of that's only going to look half ugly is by doing this. Cancel. Actually, I want to try and get you as close to this as possible. We're going to go for a smart splitter. Just like so. Unshadow ban the channel? Let's see. Let's see. You're going to go that way, then you're going to go this way. Now, the only thing I want to go in this direction is iron, or then in this direction, copper ore. Wait, why did nothing... Hello? Did the train not empty its load? Oh, wait a minute. Again, a fantastic Satisfactory player. Huge. Just amazing. Then what I'm going to do is pretty much the exact same thing up here. In fact, yeah, literally the exact same thing. 3 high, is that okay? Might have to go up by 1, that's sound. Then you should have automatically copied over, right? Oh, the new copy and paste mechanic. I keep calling it new, it's not new, but either way, the copy and paste mechanic is just fantastic. Then what I want to try and do is straighten you out to here. Why are you acting weird? There we go. Same thing here. Same thing here. There. And that's, yeah, that's lined up pretty nicely, I would say. Okay. You are now going to do this. In fact, do I actually need 2 of these? I know we've technically got 2 inputs, but you're going to be giving me 780 resources per minute, so I don't actually need you. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that a potential problem? No. Maybe? Because now, if I was to do this, the only thing that's going to be coming out of here is iron. No copper. Okay. Okay, let's just continue like that isn't a problem, because I think I know a pretty easy fix for it. The next thing that I then want to try and do is get rid of this. Just like so. Yeah, it's going to be perfect for us. Then what we are going to do is add in 2 of these. 1, 2. Great. Get rid of that there as well. Lovely. You probably don't need to come out this far. Also, can I just get a couple coppers in here? Yeah. It's so weird not to sort it, but I can't sort it, because then it'll just break everything that I've literally just done. There we go. So your iron, your copper. Great, that was apparently really difficult to do. That has to go. And probably that there as well, if I'm honest. And then straight down you go. Preferably not underneath the floor, though. But I would say around about to this sort of level. You can go facing that way. You can then face this direction. And I suppose there's no reason why I can't just build this out. Like that. Okay. Then what I can do is this. And we've now established ourselves a much neater looking logistics floor. Just in the space of a couple seconds. Add a container? I think I might have to, yeah. There isn't really too much room down here. I'm thinking, is there a workaround? How much room is there underneath here? Well, there's tons here. So I think what I'll do is this. I'm actually going to bring both of the... Oh, okay. Wow. I'm going to try and bring both the copper and the iron over in this direction. Then what I can do with that is then just add them into their containers, roughly here. Which is what I am going to need. So, yeah. Tons of room. Tons of room. I'm going to do 3 for each. Which is definitely overkill. And if I've got the room to do it, and luckily the resources, then I don't see why not. Use the 2 outputs and send them to a container, then use 1 belt for the logistics to help logistics a lot. I mean, I could do, but if it works with just 1, I might as well just stick to 1. What? Okay, so you've chosen just to be elevated there. That's fine. Would prefer if you didn't, so let me just do that again. Was that so difficult? Brilliant. So now let's try and do this. Again, both of you lots will be travelling down here? Can I try and squeeze you behind there? Well, I could do, or I could just bring you straight down underneath our logistic floor, which honestly I think I actually prefer a little bit. So let's give that a try. Gonna go down to there. then you're going to come down to here. Brilliant. And then add you here, then add you there. Okay, let's go. Keep you nice and straight. Then you can come down like, okay, wow, that's dreadful. Oh, wow, that's actually got worse. Let's try that again, but this time to hopefully a better result. It's weird how it just does that sometimes. Oh well. So now, because what we just done, it means that a bunch more iron can come down here, which is great. Then after that, a bunch of copper, then iron, then copper, then iron. Yes. Great. So now you two, I want you to now go back on yourselves up to this layer, or level. Yeah, we can do that. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. I don't need to make it a tight squeeze, but I'm going to. Just like so. And if I get rid of this. And what's the easiest way that I can do this for myself? Firstly, yeah, you need to be there. Yeah. Shame. Shame. But it's fine. Okay. One here. Let's see. There and there. Is that right? Or you're just off. Oh, you're both off. Okay. So you have to be pretty much on the middle. Yeah, that looks about right. Then what I'm going to try and do is have one of you there. 1, 2. I promise this is going to make sense. Oh, that didn't lock. Then you now need to go here. Although now you're in the direction or in the way of that. We'll do this then. Okay. You then face this direction. You do the exact same. Now you should be able to connect over to here. Brilliant. Honestly, that's pretty perfect for what I need, at least. You can now face this direction. You can now face this direction. So all of our iron and all of our copper is now confirmed to be coming here. They've all got your little separate paths now as well. So you're always going to be copper, you're always going to be iron. Brilliant. So where do we start? Welcome, new Matt. New update. Oh, sorry, not Matt even. There's no new updates today, no. We are doing quite a lot of fun logistic work. Well, I say fun, hopefully it's going to be fun. Logistic work. So let's start with our iron Fixmas ornaments, where I'm going to need 30 of them. First things first, we actually need all this iron, and I suppose all the copper as well. I might as well just smelt them both in the same location. Where should I smelt them? The obvious answer is going to be here. I suppose I can. Because the only other logistics I'm going to have coming over to here is going to be our gifts, which is actually approaching from that side. But everything that I make in here is just going to go through this wall to this next little section, I believe. Maybe our copper might go to there, but it could just very easily get around. So I think what we're going to end up doing is firstly tearing up this wall, or this floor even. The reason why I'm doing that is just so I can visually see my logistics, and rather than having to bang my head every 5 seconds, this way I can just see what I'm doing. It's a lot easier, but the concept's the exact same. And of course, I'm not going to be building conveyor belts overlapping this. It's still going to be underneath this level. this way I can just see what I'm doing. I think it's rather self-explanatory. And it's actually something that I do massively recommend if anyone ever does a logistics floor, is don't be afraid to tear up certain parts of it. Especially if you're able to see a lot better, at least, what you're trying to do and where you are trying to bring a conveyor belt to, or especially a pipe as well. But there we go, this will do for now. I might as well extend you out. Lovely. And for now, I'd say this is a pretty good job. Okay. Are you done? No. So, let's start with our iron. You're just going to come straight through here. Around this side. And for now, you're just going to stay there. I'm thinking, would copper be better to start with, actually? No, it doesn't matter. We'll find there. Do I want to go into the blueprint designer for this? I don't think so. So let's just do this. And I am going to need 90 iron ingots, which I know for a fact it's only 3 smelters. So, that's pretty easy. I'll do it from here, I think. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, I can squeeze it in quite nicely from here. Brilliant. Do 1, 2, 3. I can fit 1 more smelter, but that's about it. And because of the amount of room I've got left over, actually, I don't necessarily mind nudging you to there, I would say. And with that extra smelter, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm also going to need 60 copper, which is 1 more of you lot. But the problem is, if I build you there, then have 1 of these mergers, you're then going to be both iron and copper on the same belt, which I don't really want to do again, so I'll... I know what to do. Cat, I've actually had an idea. Don't sound too surprised. I've got an idea. So if I was to make you 3, if I was to paint you as well, it'd be a little bit easier for us. 1, 2, 3. If you were to make our iron ingots, then you, and just placing down here now for an example, if you 2 were to make our copper ingots, you 2 can then go off in this direction, underneath this logistic floor, then pop it back over there, and you 3 just head over in this direction. This way, you're not combining with each other, and you're still minimalizing the space. The other thing that I need to try and make with our smelters is... what? The red Fixmas ornaments and the blue Fixmas ornaments. Which requires the gifts. Let's see. For now, let me just do this, because this is going to work. I had an idea. Yeah, I know, it's scary days, scary days. So we're going to need that 1 merger. In fact, I can probably skip over that one, can't I? Go as close to there as I can. Then do... nope. I've changed around all my hotkeys, and it's actually kind of frustrating. I'm so used to the default ones. So then 3 is normally you. 4, 5. I think what we're going to try and do is... where's number 6? Well, 6 is there, so we're going to go logistics. 6. There we go. That's better. Because you're only making 30, aren't you? Yeah, so 30, 60, that's actually fine. Then you're now going to be a Mark II. Which again is completely fine. I'm actually thinking I might even make you as part of my hotbar. I'm using it so much now. It really is a fantastic feature. I know some people really don't like how it's a black wall here. I don't really mind, and the thing is, it makes sense, because as you can probably see if I stand a bit too close to it, this isn't a hall. Even though it's called a wall hall, in theory, it's just a conveyor extension to attach onto the wall, and it doesn't actually create a hall. That's why it's black. If it was see-through, you'll just see this wall behind it. So, yeah. And you'll then continue somewhere. What if you were to continue round here? Because I'm going to need 90 blue Christmas ornaments. What if I just make them here? Rather than this having to go to over there. Let's see, we'll see how that's going to work out. Regardless, the copper one, maybe what I can try and do, again, because I was going to place down 2 of you lot here, wasn't I? Maybe around about here. That looks good to me. Ah, you just about can't fit into there. I mean, you do, but you just don't look symmetrical. Let's see. I can do that for now. See where you go? I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, the next thing that I then want to try and add, let me just show you what I've done so far. So, this, that, and that. You're now, in theory, all now being produced. I haven't turned on the power yet, nor have I actually connected it to power, but if I was to, you'll start making things. Just to confirm that rather obvious theory, let's hook it up to power. Then you're going to go here. I'm going to go here. If I can, there we go. We're going to go underground, then connect it to that. Everything here should now start to work. When I actually connect it, of course. That was completely intentional, by the way. Yep, yeah, come on, guys. Yeah. That's not going to go just yet. Where is it? Conveyor splitter. Same thing here as well. That actually can't go there. That's not for iron, that's for copper. So get rid of that and get rid of everything past here. Then what we are going to do... There we go. Brilliant. 30, 60, 19. That is all the iron I'm going to need. Even though, again, we've got 400 coming in, I'm only using 90. So, should be alright there. Now, you actually require copper, don't you? Oh, I didn't even think about this. That's why I was thinking overclocking this might just be easier. But do I really want to be wasting power shards? In the time that I've been thinking about this, I could have just got a yellow power slug, then snooped it, and then got 4 shards from it. I think what I'm going to end up doing here is this. Like that. Okay. You're then going to come down here. Oh, welcome, Johnny. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We are doing surprisingly well. I almost don't want to jinx it, but no, we are doing good. I'm trying to get my logistics done for this factory. And it feels so good working on logistics again, like actual proper logistics. Ooh. Let's come around this. Perfect. I think what we're going to do is bring you to there, then this. Why is straight mode so weird now? What the heck is this? Have they broken straight mode again? Because I don't remember it being this bad in a long time. Honestly, now it's fine. Does it just depend on the day? Logistics is the most fun. I agree, yeah, I really enjoy it. You got some free games. Nice, man. That's good to hear. The vending machine. Did I delete it? Oh no, it's still there. It's still here. The vending machine's still alive. I kind of forgot about it already. Right, so you lot are now all done. Brilliant. Let's get our logistics up. So the next thing that I want to try and do now is our 90 blue Fixmas ornaments, which requires 45 gifts. And I believe you're also made right here in the smelter as well, aren't you? So I need 9 of you. Damn. Right. So the easiest way for this is most likely like so. I'm gonna get you into the corner. As far as I can. That's pretty good, I think. We're going to move you back to around about here. That's going to most likely move back a little bit, but that's going to take about 4 seconds to actually do. It's pretty simple. Then with you, you're a merger. For this, I need a splitter. Right there. 1, 2, 3. This gap here should just about be big enough. In fact, yeah, it's actually completely fine. Yes. Okay, brilliant. I also want to change the color of you because you're now a different thing. So, customizer. Let's go with a... No, well, everything else is black, so I can't really... We'll go with a maroonish sort of color. Actually surprising. Yeah, I mean... It was trying to go the cyberpunk theme, but oh well. This is not a cyberpunk inspired build. I was just thinking ahead. I can probably get rid of that actually. There we go. You can be that. You have to be this. And again, you're going to be collecting some gifts. So what I'm probably going to end up doing, in fact, what I'm definitely going to end up doing, is not that. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I can't do this. I can do that, what? How is that not too short? I mean, I won't complain if that's actually exactly what I kind of wanted to do. Right, then what I want, preferably, I mean, I sound very demandy right now. But what I would quite like to have is this. And how much is you? You is, if I can come over here, 225, I need 90. And that's that one? Yeah, roger, so that's the bottom one. 225 minus 90 is 135. And yeah, we're just going to grab this. Bring it up to around about here. Then you to there. Beautiful. Okay. Although I am going to need another entrance point somewhere down there as well. Ooh, that's actually a really good shout. Okay, so this might have to get moved back a little bit. Let's just ignore that for now, though. You're making the wrong thing. You've also not connected to power, and that's kind of intentional, but... Yep. So, 1, 2, 3. We'll come to here. How much room is enough room? I know I'm squeezing this in right now. Let's see. It's also quite a nice little colour palette. I quite like the reds, yellow and grey. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a reason as to why I'm leaving a gap here for this one. That's almost the exact same size as a conveyor belt. It's almost like it's intentional. Almost. Bit of a spoiler, it is intentional. There we go. So again, you should all have blue ornaments. You do. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We now need 2 more. Which are going to be coming from here. I'm hoping that would be enough room. It does look rather congested, but it's the sort of look I actually quite like. There. Oh, I think it has to go back just by 1 click. The problem is now, though, if I was to add you here, which is what I'm going to do, I haven't really got much room back here, do I? I really don't. So what can I add along here then? I suppose I could space everything out a little bit more. You can then be in line with that. Actually, no, you can't. What can I do with that extra foundation? Because the thing is, I need every little bit of room. If I was to overclock a couple of these, I could then have all of this room over here, which could be used for our 60 red ornaments. Damn. Oh no, sorry, 30, so I need 6 of these. I know that I can fit in 4. With a couple of overclocks, I should be okay. But the thing is, if I keep overclocking things, I'm going to have so much room where there's going to be nothing. I don't really want to overclock everything. So what am I going to do? Let's just continue with this. Sometimes it is just easier to continue with what you've already started. There we go. And then figure out what we're going to try and do a little bit later on as time goes by. Let's upgrade you like so. And that's the reason why I left a bit of a gap there. You can all be Mark 1s. No reason why not. So originally, I needed to make... Wait. 90 blue fixed with ornaments, and so I do need 60 of these. Is it a 1-to-1 ratio? Because if it is 60, that's quite a lot of smelters. It is. That's 12. If I can fit 4 per row, 4, 8, 12. Did I say I needed that many? I did. Okay, yeah, so I have calculated that I did need this many smelters. So I didn't make a mistake there. It's just a lot of stuff. Make more space in between the machines. Looks kind of weird in this modern style factory to have a bunch of compact machineries. I mean, I could, but yeah. I like this sort of design that I've got going on here. I do. I also surprisingly like the colour palette as well. It just matched the Christmas sort of factory that I want as well. If I was to make more room, what I could try and do is this. Get rid of that. Move you down here a little bit. Because you are both... Let's see. Because everything here does what I want it to do. Everything. If I was to rotate you so that you're facing the other way, what would that look like? So like this. That works. Works out quite nicely, in fact. So I think that's actually what I'll do. I'm going to try and rotate everything here around. Just like so. Luckily, I'm going to be live for hours, so it doesn't really matter. I've got to redo a couple things here and there. Only a little bit of a setback. And then what I'm actually going to do is start with the gifts first. Get rid of all that. There we go. So how big a gap do I want for there to be in the middle? I suppose enough so I can walk down it. That could be quite interesting. Have a walkway on top of all the logistics. Have a merger here in the middle. Would it make more sense to have a merger? Or do I... Yeah, let's do it. You'll be heading in this direction. 1. Wait, what? Oh, that's fine, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think that should be about it, actually. But that right there is 6. I'm going to need 90. I need 9. I get 10. Underclock you to 5. Just like that. Then what I could do is continue this. Down to here. Oh, apparently I can't. Okay, interesting. I would have assumed I would have been able to do that. Is it too tight? Is that the reason why? No, I can. Okay, that's weird. Let's now make sure all of these are connected. including this. Okay. And you should be roughly here, right? Okay. Let's then do this. Okay. Wait, the output's coming out in this direction, not the input. And you're going that direction. Okay. But I don't actually need that there. Now what I need to try and do is a splitter literally here. Perfect. Okay. And splitter's going up and down here. Like that. You're going to end here, so what I can actually try and do is just do this. We get a bit luckier maybe. There we go. Brilliant. So that's all the inputs done now for that side. The exact same thing now, but for this side instead. This is where all of our presents are going to be entering the smelters. Great. Might as well add a little bit of decoration. Since we can't add like bushes and trees and rocks everywhere, we just have to settle with some conveyor wall holes. Even though they aren't actually holes and more of just a void, but oh well. The conveyor wall void. Useful. Okay. You lot are now going to connect here, I suppose. Since it's so simple, I might as well. I love how this factory is literally going to be operational for less than a month, by the way. But this event ends on January 18th. Next year, it'll still be completely functional. Reason why not? Did I forget the last smelter? I think it all should be fine. So now what I've got to try and do is connect you together. Oh. There we go. That can now go, and instead you're not going to go here and, well, instead. You can all go. So apparently I'm only using 45 gifts. So I need to add 45 back onto here, which would be 135 plus 5, 140, 180, minus 60, 120. Because I'm now going to have to take another 60 from here to make our red Fixmas ornaments, which is now what I'll be making over on this side. Okay, what's going on here? You, okay. There we go. skip it for a bit. Yeah, I did, but then, yeah, we back up again. Right, let's get you connected. This should now be producing a bunch of blue ornaments. 3, 2, 1. Or not. Oh no, they actually take ages. Damn. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Now everything is in full production for the blue Christmas ornaments. Yeah. I realize now I've called these ornament ores, which they're not called that. There we go. The next thing again is our red ones. I don't know if I've got enough room for this, but I think what I want to try and do is use this space somehow by doing this. That's where I want the red to come out of. Let's see. Line that up together. That is now lined up. Just experimenting here. If I was to add this to here, would you then be fine going into there? Oh yes, you would be. But I think that's what we'll do then. Base-wise, you're pretty much the exact same. That's fantastic. And again, just to confirm, how many of these do I need? Is it definitely 12? I'd rather it be an even number in all fairness, because I can just do 6 and 6. There you go. If I can fit, I should be able to fit 6 in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that is bloody close. And judging by the maths again, I know I keep double, triple, and quadruple checking. Because I need to try and make 30 copper fixed ornaments, I believe. Because you're 30, and I doubled it, so it has to be 60. Roger. Yeah, so we are correct. Okay. Brilliant. I'd merge it and put it into the same place. As in here. I could do, but I'd rather they go down separate conveyor belts, otherwise I then have to try and split them again. So if they're already split, I might as well just keep them split. I think you've got to be a bit closer, don't you? Yes. That's better. Beautiful. Now you can go, which means that we have got to try and make our ores here now, rather than here, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. At least everything is now laid out slightly better. Get rid of this here as well. That's good enough. Okay. So, why are we struggling with gifts here? We really should not be struggling. Because you're only requiring a few, really. And then you should be making well over 200 per minute. 270. I think by the time these first couple start to fill up, everything should be fine. And then what I might even try and do here, hear me out, is a merger down there. You're going to go here. Then you are going to go straight down. Oh no, you overlapped with that. Oh. That would have kind of been perfect, but that's fine. No, you apparently don't work either. One gift spot that was clogged. Oh. There we go, that's what I like to see. See, these are slowly starting to fill up now. It's fine. That's working. That's all working. That's all working. Everything up here good as well? Yep. Yep. Brilliant. One on the bottom. I don't know what that means. No, everything's working. Everything's efficient. So, there should be 270 here, right? A good way to try and test this is by upgrading you to a Mark III. There you go, 270. Kind of. There's a gap. You're not 270? Yeah, so there shouldn't be any gaps here. Hmm. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 times by 15. Oh, 225. Okay. You started off at 225. I'm now needing to use 105. So 225 minus 105 is 120. Oh. Oh. My maths was actually correct. No, everything's completely fine. Yep. Good. So what was I going to try and do? Oh yeah. Going to come back underneath here. Going to come to here. I seem to... There we go, thank you. Select this. And bring you underneath her. I don't know exactly where you're supposed to be going, but... yeah, here, roughly. Let's try and make a hole in the ground where I want this to actually go. Because you'll be starting... here? I suppose, why not? Yeah. Do the exact same thing as before. Or what I could even try and do... no, I can't start it from there, because then it's going to get in the way of... not necessarily. Okay, here we go. You're going to start here. And then come around this angle, like that. Okay. Like so. There we go. So now all the extra gifts, which will soon start to pile up now because this will be reaching max production, is now going to go underneath there, and this is going to loop all the way around to here. Simple. Kind of. No, it is. It's as simple as it's going to get, this build. You're facing this direction now. Yeah, how's everyone doing, by the way, watching the stream? Hope that everyone's doing good in the chat today. It's glad to see a few people have turned out to the stream, which is always nice, so thank you guys very much for that. And hopefully we're having a nice day so far. As we approach the Christmas time, Christmas period. Too far away, yep. Why is it saying that these aren't lined up, even though they are? Is it because the wall's in the way? I mean, the obvious answer is yes, it's obviously because the wall's in the way. But that was never a problem before, from what I'm aware of. Oh well. I want to try and get this factory just squared away today, though, if I'm honest with you. You don't have to be that. we go. On this side. Have I got my torch on? I do have my torch on. It's still so dark. Okay. Okay. I knew it. Did you see it? It literally went to where I wanted to place it, and the second that I clicked it, it then went back to where it shouldn't have been. That's unfortunate timing. Oh well. That kind of does sum up my timings though, in this game. Yeah, you get all of that powered on just like so. Beautiful. Yep. I don't know how much power this factory is going to be producing, because preferably I do also want to try and get in a couple of awesome sinks. So hopefully we have not been playing for 2 hours now. Barely an hour. So hopefully I can fit in those awesome sinks. Okay, some of you are making blue ornaments. Why? Oh, it's just you apparently. Okay, can you not? Just try and collect all of the blue ones. That should be it. Yeah. Okay, good. Everything's now making red. Are you not connected? No, you are connected, just low. Let's chuck all these into here. Because as I say, the second these fill up, it's now going to start, yeah, chucking the gifts over here. Brilliant. So I might as well try and fill this up then. Just so it gets gifts down the aisle a bit quicker. Bro, okay, great. I think we are now completely done with this area. Ignore the highlighted green, copper, and ingot ones, but I've now done this and this. So I can now paint you guys green. You... I did do you, then I had to get rid of you, so there we go. 60 copper ingots, 90 iron ingots as well. Can I cover this up? Maybe, just not right now. It's still nighttime. Why is it always nighttime? It feels like whenever I stream, it's just constantly night. Oh well. So that's where you guys are coming in from. What I'm going to do is something very similar, I would say. Because I'm going to need, again, 3 iron, 2 copper. But I might as well do 3 iron, 3 copper smelters and underclock a couple of the copper ones. Just so I can make it nice and symmetrical and it doesn't look too weird. Right. Will that work? I don't know if that would actually look very nice. Let's see. Where's the middle? The middle's right there. If I do that, you're now pretty much in the right location. Splitter. Go for a merger. And where do I want you guys to merge to? The middle? Thing is, right, if you're both, well, if you're making iron and you're making copper, you can't go into the same merger, because then again I have to try and split you. Unless I use a smart splitter. But then we could have the same problem as before. What happens if I have about 100 iron, then 100 copper can't go out because the iron, which is at maximum capacity, is then blocking the copper. Then I have to add storage containers, and I don't really want to do that again. So I think unless both of you do iron, then what we do is have 2 more of you lots. There you go. Also making iron. But then you'll be underclocked. So now you're still making 90. You can then go off in this direction. Somewhere. Although because you're only making 90, I suppose I can just stick with this. There we go. Welcome, Maga. Hope that you're doing good. Invent the mana. Yeah, it's not really worth doing all that complicated jazz. There isn't really too much room here, is there? I could move you guys along, but I don't really want to. I'll do that there. Then what we'll do is bring you around here. That. And do the exact same thing here. I can. Headaches again. I mean, I assume you've spoken to your doctor about it. I don't normally make assumptions, but something like that, I will. So that in total is now 90, so you have to be slightly upgraded to that. There we go. And bring you around here. Then you can go here to there, and you go there into there. Okay. Then you go here. And there, then now where? There? No. Here. Then you can go to here. So everything should now be powered on above here. It is perfect. Capital levels of stupid. Oh dear. Now you're gonna be copper. Same thing here with you. Great. Now I can merge both of you lot together. You can go out in this direction again. Although I suppose you only have to be a Mark 1. And can I fit you around here? I can. I didn't think I would, but I actually can. Wow, okay. Oh, bro, I'm not selecting the wire, am I? Well, clearly I was. Why was I doing that? So you're copper, aren't you? Which means I can do this. I can then grab you and bring you as far around as I can. No. If you're showing me that you're about to do a 90-degree rotation, then you stop at a 45, that's kind of not really what I wanted you to do. Why? One more time, can you maybe not switch angles? I'm guessing it's too short. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Yeah, I can't really bring you down here just yet. That's the reason why I'm trying to bring you around there. Let's try it again. Here. There we go. Oh. I've escaped. Run away. Quickly, run away. Never come back. No, I've got to get my power back, actually. Right. There we go. Right, that was our short break. Now straight back to work. As I traverse the inside of the base. Oh, dear. Oh, you've done that? Is that what I... Oh, no, I placed you in the wrong area. So you're going to then split off like so. That makes no sense. I suppose what I'll actually do then is actually have you split round this side. If I can, because that then saves a little bit of room and I think it looks quite dapper as well. Again, you can only be a Mark 1 really. Right. So then you've also got to come straight down here then as well. Which is quite difficult to do because now you're on the way. And you're... Yes. You are yes. So I'll now try and do that. Okay. So now that that's done, I want to try and add one more of these things. I think this is the correct level. Oh, is there a way to create that pattern on signboards? What pattern's that? Very compact. Well, the thing is, it's compact, but it doesn't waste space. Like, I can waste a bit more room if I really wanted to, but as of right now, I think it's fine. Is this the exact middle point? No, it's slightly off. It wasn't supposed to be the middle point. That looks quite nice. I think what I could actually try and do here... No. Oh well. Obviously, this is going to get filled in anyway. I'm just seeing what it's going to end up looking like for now. Yeah, not too bad. I think it will end up looking pretty decent. What I could add into here, if I really wanted to, is this. I actually can't add that, doesn't matter. I probably could if I just... I actually can't. Wow, fair enough. Ionized fuel or rocket fuel pattern. Oh, right. I don't know. Because the pattern that I used for that, I believe, was... this? It was these three that I've experimented with. Then I gave up using this, I think, didn't I? So I think now I'm just stuck with one of them two. It's a good way to blend colours together. I think it looks quite nice. Right, what was I trying to do again? So you've now got your supply of copper. The other side doesn't. So I need to go do that. So what I can do here is come down here. Add a splitter in this direction. Just like that. And grab this, come back around to this side. Like so. And then connect you guys together. That's basically it for that. I don't need copper for anything else. I don't need iron for anything else. I do need gifts, though, for a few things, I think. But regardless, there we have it. All of our iron's being produced, and all of our copper's now being produced as well. And our red and blue ornaments. What is next? There we go. Okay. Now, I want to try and do these iron Fixmas ornaments. Or would copper be easier? Because copper's coming out of here, iron's already going in that direction. So you're actually just fine to keep heading on. Whereas copper... actually doesn't really matter. I'd rather do copper. Okay. You sometimes put roof over the top of smelters or foundries to have as exhaust effects. Using the vents to have the perfect effect. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good idea. I didn't really think of that. I can try and do it for our next factory, if I remember. You don't play, but looking at the items, those two are the most clearly related to the lava pattern. I can't really add items to a pattern, if that makes sense. It looks a bit like it, but I can't just add it to that, unfortunately. Why are you still green? Oh wow, you've got ages to go, yes. Oh yeah, because, yeah. Okay. So now I need to try and make 30 iron... cancel. 30 copper Fixmas ornaments. So you... can just go straight underneath. I don't need you for this next part of the project. Whereas you, I do. And you, I do as well. Grand. Okay. And how do I actually make this? I'm guessing it's the foundry? I do realize there are some items I still can't make because I haven't unlocked it yet in the daily counter thing. So, I need 6 of you. Okay. Annoying, yes, but doable, yeah. Oh, is it? There we go. If I was to do just this, can I fit them all here? No. One, a creature is in the way. Are you smoking? Oh, really? Get in the move. Move, move. Please move. It's a very well designed creature. Oh, look at its little tail. Disgusting. I mean, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can only add 4 to here if I was to build it in this sort of style. If I was to make life difficult for myself, which, I mean, I would never do, and rotate you like so, and go back by a couple. 1. Oh, move, man. Great. Thank you. So if I was to do that, is there much room around that side? Yes, there is. like that. Is there enough room here, which there probably isn't, for a merger? Unstick a creature, or unstick a creature, or move them without killing it. Boombox. I have to try that. Because I'd rather not hit the bird. If I can. Does it really matter? No, but morally I feel like hitting a bird isn't a good idea. One more hit. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Again, it is a bit of a tight squeeze. I will be the first one to admit that. And what I can do is add you here. But the thing is, because there's still a foundation's worth of room over here, I'm thinking what I honestly might do is still do this. But just leave a little bit more room in between. Like that. So the concept is still the exact same, just with a bit more room. I feel like I actually do prefer that, if I'm honest with you. Right, next thing's next. Merger. You know what? Screw it. Get to my hotbar. Yeah. I need this in my hotbar. Just like so. There we go. Don't be weird, thank you. You're then going to continue around there. Get that merger out. There. Connect to you, connect to you. And again, this is to make our copper shenanigans. How much can I actually unlock today? Because after this, I then have the Christmas ornament bundles. Have I actually unlocked that yet? Nine. 3 branches. Yep. Candy canes. I don't know why I'm searching there. Sorry. Yeah. So the only actually, wait, no. No. Stop singing, stop singing, stop singing. The only things I can't unlock as of right now is the Fixmas ornament bundles, the Fixmas Wraith, and then the Fixmas Star. Everything else, I believe, I've unlocked and I can craft. So just because I can't make this doesn't mean that I can't still work on these two. But let's see where we get to, because again, I've only done what's in green today. Has today been that unproductive? I've only been live for an hour and a half. No, we still got tons of time. But yeah. Put another on the side to symmetry. Another what on the side? Okay, then you're just going to go straight down eventually. Because you're going to be carrying our copper Fixmas ornaments. Not right now, because you're not producing anything, but in the future. I haven't really left too much room here for myself. Surprise, surprise, I know. Oh, and again, the creature's in the way, man. Thank you. So what do I need? Well, obviously copper. Obviously. And then you're going to go here? Where have I actually sent you to? Where have I sent it to? Azerbaijan. Are you coming up here? Okay, so what I've done here, everybody, is I've used a special ability of mine. Like, you know how Pokemon get certain abilities? I've used one of mine, okay? It's called being moronic. And essentially what this special ability does, it allows me to be a complete idiot. So, for example, to make my copper ingots, I'm feeding copper ingots to make copper ingots, rather than copper ore to make my ingots. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Satisfactory content, so you can see more of this. Because this is what we're here for, isn't it? Like and subscribe for more moronic special abilities. Okay, so you come down here. And you're now going to come over here. Sorry, no. Nah, stop. Good. Oh, you were fine just a moment ago, like. Yeah, you can learn the skill. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I've mastered it pretty well. There we go. Copper is now... Wait, copper's also going to go into them lot as well. Okay, wait. I'm getting overwhelmed. Let me just think about my life choices. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that I want to probably make sure that you're fine first. So, here, this is where I want to try and split you off. Grand. Right. Now what I want to try and do is bring you down here, 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 and here. And essentially connect everything together. Get rid of this. Just get it gone. Okay. This might look really difficult, but I promise you this is the easiest thing I'm going to be doing today. Look how simple this is. Boom. I've got it the wrong way. That's fine. We'll do... Bing. Boo. There we go. I've actually done this the wrong way as well. Nice. Then you're going to come out to here. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. You go all the way through there, around there. I have done logistics, everybody. After 4,000 hours of Satisfactory, I can do basic hour 5 logistics. Thank you very much. I accept credit card. Right. Now what I'm going to try and do is connect you guys out here. I don't know if I'm going to turn it on just... Actually, I suppose I can turn it on, honestly. What else do you need? Oh yeah, the ornaments. That should be pretty simple to do. Look how far you can jump. Holy moly, I actually almost made that. Honestly, this thing, whenever you get the opportunity to unlock the Blade Runners, do it. Whenever you get the opportunity to unlock the hoverback, do it. It's just, it makes life so much easier. Now you're going to start to feed in the copper ingots. Why are you barely producing anything? Mother Mary, give me strength. I get genuinely. And how have you got nothing? No power. Oh, because I haven't... Wow. Wow. Damn. That's actually wildly impressive. That's better. I'm going to try and fill these up first. Just so everything can keep moving down the system. Brilliant. That's what I like to see. I'm actually producing copper. Whoa. Right, you lot. Now, you're also going to come straight down. To around about there. And we are going to do something rather similar. Let me see. Obviously, you'll be facing slightly different sides, just so you don't get in the way of each other. I want you to face inwards. Now, I'm actually wondering, is this going to be possible? No. And you're overlapping that anyway. And what if you were to go a little bit lower? Yeah, if we do the exact same pattern, just lower, surely there's no way this is going to fail. Well, I mean, let's say first of all. According to my mathematics, this shouldn't fail. Which, I mean, well, that doesn't really mean much if I'm honest with you. Okay. Bloody hell. How am I even supposed to see what I'm doing? I just can't see anything. Yeah, okay. I've already placed it in the wrong direction. Actually, no, that's fine, that's fine. I've placed it in the right direction, kind of. If I do this, then connect you. In case you can't see what I'm doing, don't worry, I can't see what I'm doing either. Connect you to there. Then you to here. Then, now we're just going to try and work on this. Which I'm hoping, if I, again, just do, literally all I've got to do is the exact same thing as what I've just done. Make sure that orange arrow is facing that side now. This is going to go down in the history books. I'm telling you now. Let the world know of the Valhalla pickles hopper logistics. Never mind, it doesn't work. Never mind, it works. Oh, yes. Isn't she a beauty? So now, when I go up, I should start to see some copper fixed ornaments. Oh. Where are you actually going? That's a question. And now we're going to build that all over again. This time with iron rather than copper. Is that all we've made? Are there yellow lights anywhere? No, I think we're just waiting for everything to reach full production. So, I needed to make 30. I'm currently making 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah. Just making sure I definitely didn't get that one wrong. But there we go. I can now cover this up. I shouldn't need any of this, so I should be able to cover this up again. I have got a bunch of excess presents that I'm going to need, but I can just put it from around about that side, so I don't need this either. At 37, but maybe one day you'll learn why. Ah. Oh dear. No pressure. I don't want to cover this entire thing just yet, but now we get a quick glance of kind of what this is going to end up looking like. I do want to try and decorate parts of it. Why are you still... Oh, yeah. So we're going to go with a low barrier. Just like that. Yeah, so iron is the next stop now. Then after that, we're on a pretty good trajectory. We're actually getting something done, I know. I mean, this is technically the first thing I've properly made since coming back from uni now, so 6 weeks? 7 weeks maybe? In fact, when I had my break and I came back here for a couple of days, what did I actually build? I think we were oh wait, I think that was when console first released. So I worked a bit on my console world. That's about it. Why are you yellow? Oh yeah, that's fine. Good. Okay. You're fine. None of you should be yellow. Good. Let's go. I have got quite a lot of rubbish in my inventory though. Is there anything I want to try and upload to my depot? No. Yep. Basically all of this. Good to know. That's our break now over. Let's try and work on our 30 iron Fixmas ornaments. And this would then combine with that to then make 30 Fixmas ornaments bundles. So for you lot... Oh, wow. 3:1 ratio. The last one was 2:1. So I'm still going to need 6 of you lots. So do I quite literally just do the exact same thing? I'm tempted because we know that it works, and it works really well. Relatively well. And we can fit a few machines into here, so if I was just to plop this down just for a quick sec, and get a couple of U-lots. It's relatively close. Yeah, we can probably fit in 2 assemblers if I need them, which as of right now I don't think I do. Definitely paint them up there as well. Yeah, this color palette is surprisingly nice. I was not actually willing to go for this, but I clicked it randomly and suddenly it's actually tolerable. Right, so I think you lot are both in the right place. Although, are you facing the wrong... No. Then do this. Great. Make sure that you're lined up. Beautiful. How big is the gap here? It's... Okay. I'm measuring it with my fingers. It's the same size. Brilliant. And the final thing then for you lots now is this. Are you lined up with that? That looks pretty lined up to me. We'll quickly check. Beautiful. Okay. So that's where I want everything to essentially just go. First things first, you lot are going to come straight down here. Oh wait, isn't this where we have... It's actually fine. To be honest, it's not as bad as it looks. There we go. So we'll do all that for now. then should I do all my logistics, then connect it? It doesn't really matter as long as I just do it. The order doesn't particularly matter, I don't think. Maybe it does, and we're about to find out if it does or not. So, no pressure. Splitter, yes. So you're going to start there, continue through to here. You're then going to come to here. So you are going to be slightly different than our last one, but the concept's the exact same. So you're going to start here. I will actually paint you yellow to indicate the start points. You then connect... I suppose, yeah, we can do it here. There. 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 And nothing needs to come out the end of there. Okay. Brill. Please, thank you. Next thing is next. You lot. And this will be slightly more challenging. I've already got infrastructure now in the way. But if I have you facing the opposite direction, how is that going to look? You can't. Okay. Hmm. And you can't really go any lower because of this massive hill. Unless... I mean, can you? I suppose... Yes. Yes, you can. I mean, heck, if it's going to work, then it's going to work. Let's give it a best little shot. Everything 2 clicks below where this currently is positioned. 1, 2. Again, I don't necessarily mind if the logistics here isn't perfect. It's only a temporary build. If it was one of our official builds, then of course I'd probably have different opinions about it, but as of right now, this is completely fine. And I'm going to paint you green. Because again, you're also an official entrance there. You're then going to come here, facing the right way. That would probably help. Rotate you around here. And you're already in the right sort of direction there. I don't like how it's underneath the ground, by the way. I try not to have this happen. But sometimes it just happens, right? Okay. So. I believe that's one of the things I need. I'm pretty sure it is the blue ornaments. It is. Great. So you lot I can just chuck into there for now. Then our iron, which should be literally right there. Brilliant. It is. Okay. You're now going to come around here. And pretty much straight down. I don't know if I've lined that up. I've actually lined that up perfectly. That wasn't really intentional, but it looks nice, so... How are we already out of blue ornaments? Okay, so who's causing the drama? Is it you? No, it's you. Grand. Nothing should now be slowing down here. Let's give it a few more seconds. You've stopped. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, again, thank you, by the way, to everyone who's currently tuning in. Welcome to our Fixmas Factory build. We are trying to squeeze in quite a few machines into our little Fixmas Factory. I say little, it's not that small. Into our Fixmas Factory. Where we are making 2, that is right, 2 Fixmas stars. If you don't know what Fixmas is, I've got a couple of videos explaining it. But regardless, thank you very much to everyone who's currently tuning in. And thank you very much for the 6 subscribers this week. That's extremely kind. Well, for the last 7 days, it's 6. I'm hoping this week we might try and reach double digits, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys do like Satisfactory, feel free to subscribe. I do this pretty much every single day. I might even be streaming on Christmas. We'll see. There we go. Brilliant. Then do that. I'll then probably just collect all of these right now, if I'm honest. Yep, you're filled up. You're filled up. Now, in theory, all of our iron should already be just completely filled up. Either way, I'm just going to add you back into here, because why not? There we go. Okay. The next part, I would honestly argue, is probably the easiest part. And that's going to be hooking up everything here. In fact, it definitely is the easiest part. And there's no need to argue it. All of the logistics is what I like to call visible logistics. So you've placed everything in, all you got to do is just connect it together, basically. I don't like how it cuts a little bit through the wall, but luckily I have got counters for that. And counter measure. Yeah, that's correct, yeah. Do that over there. Brilliant. Okay. Same thing now with you. You're going to go here. You're going to go straight down. And then I'm just going to essentially yeet you across over here. Simple as. And when it comes to you, I want to try and... No. There we go. I want to try and bring you here. And then again, do the exact same thing. Now you lot should be heading somewhere, in fact, if anything, here. Then make your reefs. Reefs. However you pronounce it, I don't mind. So we've now done that, and we've done that. Brilliant. The next thing that I want to try and attempt, and hopefully rather easily make, is these Fixmas tree branches. Because I know how to make these, I've made a lot of them before. They are made here in the constructor. And I'm actually hoping I can fit these into here. You make 10 per one. I'm going to need 75. Bloody hell, so I need 8, so I definitely can't do that. The other thing that I also need is 40 candy canes, which is also made here. 8. So I need 16 constructors for this next part. Wait, isn't this 8? 1, 2, 3... Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If I have 4 constructors there, 4 constructors there, that's 8 constructors in total, which can make my tree branches. Inputs come in through the walls, outputs goes over here. 4 constructors, output going over here to make our candy canes. That would be this entire block just filled with constructors. which would mean the only thing I've got left is only a couple items, and I still have 1, 2, 3 more grids. So I probably can actually fit in the awesome sinks. Oh, that's what I could do here, is the awesome sinks. Assuming I've got enough room over there, but yeah, should do. Let's do that, I think. Okay. I can only do one here. Damn. Okay. That's fine. If I line you up in the middle here, though, that could look quite dapper. Move you back a little bit, maybe. And some sort of pathway across there. I don't know. We'll see. I literally do not know. I'll make it up as I always do. That's good. Oh, you can see it bends a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with a bendy shape. Now, what gifts do I actually want to try and add into here? Because as of right now, I still need to use 120 gifts for the candy canes, which is pretty much just here. And then 75 for tree branches. Wait, is it? It's a 1-to-1 ratio? Can't be a 1-to-1 ratio for the branches, can it? It is? Okay, fair enough. So that means I've got 100 there, 375 in theory. 375. Can get sunk into there quite easily. Then you, 375, 5, okay, that would be 600 in total. So everything from up there, and everything from down here, that I won't be using. Okay. Okay. So first of all, you're the 120, so I don't want to mess with you. Brilliant. Hello? Are you taking the piss? Okay. Nice, thank you for that. Let's maybe get... I shouldn't really need a smart splitter, but I can afford it, so you know what? Screw it. And you're going to be overflow. To there. The exact same thing probably above here. Because what's actually going in this direction for these gifts? Nothing. So you can all just get removed. I don't need you. There we go. Welcome, Sinister Plank. Hope that you're doing good. You just slapped down a bunch of your nearly efficient temporary machines for all of your Fixmas stuff. Yeah. I think a lot of people do the same. I don't think many people, especially older, not older, but like players who've been playing this game for a bit longer than everyone else, take Fixmas too seriously anymore. It's more of a, oh, it's Fixmas, rather than a, oh, it's Fixmas kind of thing. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but from the impressions I've gotten from my chat and from other communities, that seems to be the sort of case. The reason why I'm spending so much time on this, I can't even tell you. But you know what? I think it's coming together. I could have used this factory for something else, but I like celebrating Fixmas. I like celebrating Christmas. So, yeah, it's worth it for me. Right, so you're 180. Dapper. Smart. Like, if someone's dressing nicely, you say, oh, you look very dapper. Ah. Yes, I need to split you. You love the design of the building? Yeah, it really came together. It's not finished, obviously, but it's coming together. Slowly but surely. What's the best thing with Christmas for you? As in, I'm guessing outside of Satisfactory, right? Or just, well, I'm a Christian, so the story behind it. Spending time with family. Bit of faith as well. Beautiful. Why are you bent? I know why you're bent. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what to do with this. 180. I need 75. 100 of it can split. That would be going in... What we're doing? Candy canes? Yeah. Right. So what I'm actually going to try and do then is this. Entrance point is going to be somewhere underneath here. I'm going to bring you here. Then add a splitter. Can I get a smart splitter in 30? Yeah, I do need a smart splitter. Because I don't want all my items to get split in this direction to go towards the sink. Then I'm not going to have enough gifts. So I feel like a smart splitter would be the smarter thing for me to do. There we go. Right, touch you. Thank you. Whoa, pause. I didn't mean it like that. The apology video will be coming out tomorrow. Okay, you're just not straight. Like, at all. Like, not even close to being straight. Thank you. I don't think I'm going to have much logistics underneath here, so I don't mind doing this. Maybe I'll get proved wrong in about 10 minutes from now, but I think we should be okay. Let's then continue this around here. What are you? Sure. You shouldn't stick out from this, right? Yeah, no, you're completely fine. Okay. Right. The food, yeah. I love food. Love food. In fact, this might be a controversial opinion, but I survive off food. Not sure about you guys, but I feel like if I don't eat, I get really hungry. And when I get hungry, it means that I want to eat food. Is that a really controversial take? Is that a cancelable offense? I don't know. It probably is. Like, no, you can't joke about food because 400 years ago... There we go. Now, I'm actually going to connect you underneath her. Just so it hides the wire, because that wire is just kind of annoying. Like, why are you even there? The dad jokes are getting worse. I'm pretty sure I've told the exact same wire joke every stream now for the last 3 or 4 streams. Not much of a winter this year in Sweden, however. Mostly dark and rainy. Yeah, that pretty much sums up our winters as well. We did have a few days of just very ice cold weather here. Now it's just back to normal again. Yeah. Okay, right. So I need to try and combine that row with what? 100, 370. Yeah, with this as well. Okay. Let's see. Because I believe this is coming down somewhere, isn't it? Oh. Okay, I checked that because I would have missed it. I'm gonna go here. Yep, I'm pretty confident with that. And what I'm going to do now is drag this to around about there. Get rid of that. Why is that even there? Go into our mergers. Yep. I do realize these hardly sync for any points. Does it actually tell me how much it syncs for? No, but I'm pretty sure it's 1. Like, it's not much. But the main reason why I'm syncing it isn't really for points. It's more to do with the actual aesthetic from the outside. Because having all those gifts moving and being able to actually see the gifts moving looks really cool. You did winter months in like February, March. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. Just seeing everything moving up and down. I quite like it. Why are you so slow? I know why. Yeah, you won't be like that forever though. When I place in those candy canes, that will be sorted. This, oh, it looks so good. I think, I don't know. I feel like some parts of this particular build are fine. I don't know what it is. It still doesn't work for me. When I do the roof here, let's just pretend the roof is done. That won't really have much of an impact though. I feel like I might want to extend this out here a little bit. Add something literally just there. Why doesn't it work? Is this too low? I can't really make it any higher though, because then it'll just smash with the bridge. Welcome Rebel Duster, hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I've got windows missing. Yeah, the roof here won't be too bad. I think adding the geothermal generator, is that what it's called? There, on top of the geyser would look quite nice. Eventually. I'm going to design like a little glass box around it. It's going to look a little bit weird, but unique. And I think it's going to look quite decent. The roof here is going to be fine. It's not going to be that tall. Maybe 12 meters tall. So nothing crazy. I was thinking of covering this area here as well. So building a glass wall. Just one glass wall there. All the way around and just covering it. But I feel like it looks nice and open the way it currently is. So I don't want to do that. Regarding this... No, I don't think that's the problem. I feel like now I need something over here. But what do I even add over here? I know that I've got a SAM thing here. So I could try and add an area where I turn the SAM into reanimated SAM, then add a drone port. But then do I actually want to do that? I don't know, this area is confusing me. I suppose one thing that I actually do want to try and do is actually just clear all of this. This can all just go now. A roof design. Yeah, well, do you mean a roof design over this entire thing? I was thinking about that, but I don't know if that would be worth it. A roof design for here, yes, absolutely. Nope. All of this can just go. I don't need any of it. No. I've got way more than what I need. How's my inventory looking, by the way? Fine. Maybe it's the colours as well. If I was to turn it all into concrete, would that help? Because the reason why it's black at the moment with the asphalt is because I feel like it helps the blue from the water extractors stick out a little bit. That's the main reason why I've chosen that. But if I was to turn everything into concrete, that could help. Essentially. We'll see. We'll see. That's definitely an off-camera job. Actually, no, it isn't. It's a job that I would say will be for off-camera, then it won't be. go. Brilliant. That helps. Shouldn't need that. Okay. The edge of the factory on the side is pretty empty. Yeah, this one over here, yeah. What I was thinking about doing was building something on top of here and adding a footpath from here to here. Like a nice little archway as well, with an overview of the waterfall. So it will be slightly angled differently compared to everything else, because as of right now, everything's built on a grid, obviously, right? Kind of the whole point. Even though I have tried to angle these buildings a little bit differently. For example, this one is... Actually, no, they are kind of the same. But it was supposed to be this building's a lot wider than that building. This building's a lot taller than that one, but not as tall as this one, which isn't as wide as either of these. That's the whole thing that I've gone for, is trying to make everything slightly unique. But I'm thinking now, if I was to go ahead with this archway, it could look quite nice. It will be built completely off-grid. This thing up here, if I was to build something up there, would be built on-grid most likely, because it's going to involve a drone port, but this doesn't have to be. Or even something going from here. Wait. Let me see if the angles are going to work. From there to here, it does. And then potentially from there to here. Almost as if it's a bit of a triangle, or even from here to there, then there to there. But then what am I going to build, though? I don't know. Being a real building. I think that's my problem. I don't know what I'm going for. Am I going for a realistic build? Because, I mean, this is not realistic, obviously, but... I don't know. I feel like that archway would be kind of nice, though, directly over the waterfall. It can be quite a thick archway as well. Not just one foundation, but maybe 3 foundations. What I can then do, see this pattern that I've got going on underneath the tower? Continue this around the outside there, maybe? Behind the miners? And that only has to be about 1 foundation thick, so do this design here. Have 1 foundation, then repeat this exact same design on the other side of the foundation, which will then give it a bit more of a wall sort of effect. Well, it will be a wall, it's not really an effect if it's an actual wall, but I'll do that behind there, which will then be a nice way to connect this rock to that rock as well. The Chris rock. Sorry, that was just... We've got a lot to do with this area. All to think it started from 1 coal power plant, and then I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a tower. Then it's like, no, I'm not going to build a bunch of these things. And now I've just got random bits here and there. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's like a weird logistic wall here, which actually looks quite cool, to be fair. I've got glass over here, which makes no sense. I've got this, which I actually quite like. Haven't I got a door somewhere? Is it around here? Yeah, like, what even is this? Okay. Well, this is crap. Wait, what have I built? I generally have forgotten what I've actually built around here. Wow. Whoa, that's shocking. Whoa. I'm so happy I built this. Honestly, can you imagine my factory without this little bit here? Was I on any sort of illegal substances when I built this, because what's the whole point of it? Doesn't matter, it's here now. I don't actually hate it, like, the concept of it's pretty cool. Why? Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of glass around here as well. See, this I can actually understand. Nothing here. Why not? That's probably why. Yeah, this is really gone out of proportion, but I quite like it. I could sink this. I could absolutely sink this. There we go. Hey, what? How am I missing a Mercersphere? Oh, that's so annoying. That's unbelievably annoying. So, okay. I'm guessing that Mercersphere's gone to the dimensional depot. Park or a plaza. I am thinking about doing that for our actual city. A window to the ground, yes. Ooh. No. Better. Oh. There we go. That's better. So we need a lot more Mercerspheres, Stormer sloops, a whole 9 yards really. Oh well. It's doable. Yes. At least now that will keep this area a little bit busy. Actually, you know what? From this point of view... Wait. Okay, from this actual point of view, it doesn't look as bad. But again, imagine this with just tons of towers. Oh, it would look so good. I can't wait to start building this city that I've been thinking of for way too long. Right, so I've done what I wanted to try and do with that. You're pretty much all getting sunk now, so I can lower you down to 75. Nice. Because you're now going to be used for the tree branches. You're going to be used for the candy canes. Okay. Which is here? Yes, okay. So let's just get this started. I'm probably not going to get this next part of the project finished, but it's always nice to make a good start regardless. We are now up to 58 coupons. That's great. Let's start with our 75 tree branches, which is right here. Everything in green is what we've done. Everything not in green is what we haven't done. And everything in red is what I can't do because I haven't unlocked it yet. Although I haven't actually checked my calendar for the last couple of days. So I think what we'll do to end off today's stream is go check it, but we're not done yet. So let's just focus on this. Niet. Sorry. My 2 days of Duolingo Russian is severely paying off. Spasiba. What else do I know? Diablo Bojanovic. Diablo Bojanovic. Welcome. Anything else in Russian? Privyet. Thank you. Da. Niet. That's about it, I'd say. For the family-friendly words. Merge it, yes. So you're now going to merge in that direction. I'm happy with the position and layout of everything, and I wish to continue. So let's do it. Let's get to 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Brilliant. Luckily, we've got tons of iron plates in our dimensional depot, so I'm not too concerned about them. Suka Blade, yeah. I think everyone knows that one. I know it because I played a bit too much Call of Duty back in the day. Back when Call of Duty voice chat was just pure entertainment. And now when you log on to COD, it's like, don't forget to be respectful. Like, yeah, thanks. I forgot how to be a human. But it's because they don't want to get sued. They don't actually care what you say. The thing is, if person A gets offended by something, they could potentially try and sue. I don't know what the official thing they can sue for is, but essentially, yeah. Call of Duty is a bit, not really my kind of thing anymore. I definitely prefer single-player open-world games. Like, my taste in gaming has changed a lot over the years. Like, before, the only games I played were first-person shooters, but I noticed that I got quite frustrated whenever I played them. So I made the rather smart choice of just not playing them, which I think is a better idea. Yeah. Welcome, Matty. You're new to the stream and you're kind of new to the game. What are you doing right now? So this is our Fixmas Factory. Fixmas is a Christmas event here in Satisfactory, where we can produce a bunch of unique and special items only available until January 18th. So it's from December 1st to January 18th. You still got like a month, so tons of time. And our goal is to produce this, the Fixmas Star. I'm making 2 of them per minute because I don't want to spend too many resources on this, and I still want to try and produce more than just one, so we're making 2. And everything that I'm making now is in order to then make the Fixmas Star. So if I show you this, everything that you see in red, all of these machines, that is basically this. Everything here in green. That's what I've managed to make. So for example, copper makes copper ingots, which combines with that to make this, which combines with that to make this, which combines with that to make this, which combines with that to make this. So, classic Satisfactory shenanigans. We've got a train, we've got a factory, we've got tons of trees which produce gifts. It's pretty fun. Do the items stay in the world after the event ends? No. So the way that it works is that these trees which produce the gifts, which then produce pretty much all of this, stop working, which is a bit of a shame. So, yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna need some splitters now, aren't I? If I do that, you still connect? Is that too short? Brilliant. Yes. Okay, that's that side completely done. Now moving on to this side. Traveled the long way back to the main hub and I forgot why. I did that in real life. I'll go here for my office into the kitchen to grab something. I'll then get to the kitchen and I'm like, why am I here again? What have I come to collect? And then I start walking back to the office and then I realise what I was supposed to collect. Honestly. I can remember random stuff from 16 years ago, but I can't remember what I wanted to do 2 minutes ago. If it sounds frustrating, it's because it is. Right, okay. Let's connect all of you lot together now. You're going to come down to there. So what I'm actually going to try and do is this. Connect you lot together. Okay, that was... Wow. Oh my gosh. Do this. And you're again going to go somewhere... here. So, you're producing the branches, so you're going to head off south, which is where everything else is then going to end up, so that's completely fine. You're then going to be where I plop down our splitter. Although I think I placed that a little bit too close, which is fine. So you're going to come down here. Then the 75 gifts that I need, which is right there. It's 75 for this, isn't it? Yeah, 75 for this and 120 for the candy cane. Okay. You then go that direction. And you should start to work. It's going to take some time. And because I'm only making 80... Or technically... Ooh. 75, wait. There we go. Underclock that one. Because I'm only needing 75, I suppose what I could do is... Not underclock. What's the mode? What's the mode? The word. I don't know. I don't need a Mark 5. That's a bit overkill. There's tons of branches made already though. That's good. Everything's turned on. You're not working. Is that because you just haven't got enough items? I assume so. I've got tons of gifts on me. I might as well just chuck them into here. Okay, yeah, now you're working. Great. Now what I've got to try and do is the exact same thing. 8 more of these, but not for that, for something else. For the candy canes. I am actually out of reinforced iron plates. Damn. Okay, let's go get some. There might have been reinforced iron plates above me, but we're here now. What's the date? The 15th today. Have I done 13, 14, 15? I can see where 16 is. 15's there.
It would be such a shame if you accidentally dropped this. Such a shame.
Okay. We've got ourselves a nuke. We have got ourselves a nuke. Right. Okay. Okay. That is interesting. Oh, there's 13. Why is the game trusting me with all these nobelisks? Oh well. Did the items stay in the world? Yes. So the items stay. So for example, everything here in my inventory, I don't lose it. It's just that I can't produce any more items. Yeah. Yeah, we talk about COD, then I get the nuke. It all makes sense. So we got 13, 15. I don't think I've got 14. So let's try and find 14. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is actually really important.
This data cartridge enables the last branches of the Fixmas Man tree to be unlocked, which means we will both be celebrating the end of this event soon.
Did I not? Oh my god. I didn't connect them. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait. I need to make 400 ornament bundles. But I can't make the ornament bundles yet. So how do I unlock them? From that. Okay. So I actually can make the ornament bundles now. I can definitely afford that. If I was to go back, collect it, then come back here, or even just place down the MAM. And what do I need for this? Oh, I need 400 of them, though. We're gonna get it done tomorrow, I suppose? So I'm not gonna rush to unlock that, but it's good to know that I actually can unlock that. That's kind of important, actually. There we go. Okay, let's make our way back to the factory. Then let's make the candy canes. After we make the candy canes, the branches will be done, the blue ornaments, the red ornaments. The only thing left for me to do tomorrow is make the ornament bundles, and then see what I unlock tomorrow in the MAM, then see where I can progress from there. Hopefully we can unlock the Wraith. If I can get that unlocked, it means I can then combine the tree branches with the ornament bundles, and we're another step closer to success. That'd be great. You got a hard drive today. I think it is kind of random. Some days you get the same items. For example, the hard drive, not hard drives, whatchamacallit? The data cartridge. The only thing that I think that you get on the same day is the data cartridge. Everything else, you get random things. I made a video a while ago titled How to Complete the Fixmas Event, and I think I talked about it in that video. But if not, yeah, then there's tons of random things you can get. If there was an option to make a saved copy of the world, I would 100% drop a nuke. Yeah, I mean, luckily I don't think nukes can destroy anything you've built, but it just destroys part of the world. So for example, when I go to the swamp, I want to just try and drop a bunch of nobelisks or nukes, so I can get rid of most of the danger there, because there's tons of gas stuff, there's lots of creatures of the night that are just gonna kill you, and it's not very fun. So yeah. Let's check the vending machine. Vending machine! Oh, my favorite candy canes are still out of stock. There is some steak, there is some Toblerone, some cigars, water, and some not as nice candy canes. That's a shame. One day. Yeah, terraforming, yeah. I've never properly had... Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I went back to the hub. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I went back to the hub to get reinforced iron plates. What is the one thing I didn't collect? You know what? I am so unbelievably stubborn. Oh, I can't make that because I haven't got... Woo! I'm so good at this game. Wait, I can make... Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot the dimensional depots, I think. Whoops. Dementia. I think actually I might have dementia. Like, genuinely. It's not good. So, the new Avatar movie is coming out. The Way of the... No, not the Way of the Water. Fire and... Ash? Fire and Ashes? Looking forward to it. I was actually going to watch the movie trailer on stream, but I might get, like, demonetized for it. Even though I've actually... Wait, it doesn't matter. I've turned off ads on my channel. So it shouldn't actually matter. There we go. Yo, thank you very much, Matic, for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, I just forgot. Because I was... You know what? No, it's your fault, guys. Because if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't have forgotten, so it's entirely your fault. Is it live action? I think it's just like the regular Avatar movies. So how many of these am I making again? I'm only making 40. Damn. So you can just go out like that, honestly. There you go. Mark 1 conveyor belt. No! There we go. Yeah, 5 per minute. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I can do mathematics. Brilliant. Awesome. Incredible. Revolutionary, some may say. I wouldn't say that. Right. I think what I'm going to do is this. And you're going to come round here. Did I build you in the wrong spot? No, fine. No, I've got the hotbar glitch. Gosh darn it, man. The hotbar glitch is when you just can't use your hotbar, basically. You're actually correct, yep. Please. Thank you. It is a little bit finicky, this part, but I don't really mind it. I'm actually quite surprised by the progress today. I know I was saying about 40 minutes ago that I made no progress. But it's slightly better now than what it was. Okay. So what I'm now going to try and do is get rid of this. Where's the 120 presents? I know they're called gifts. I don't call them gifts. I call them presents. Because they're presents. Shouldn't you be coming from around here? Unless you're here. No. Where the bloody hell are you? Oh, is it you lot? Oh, okay. Well, stop. I suppose you can actually just come up here, can't you? Rather than doing anything overly complicated, if I just do this. And continue you into there. You then just go all the way around. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Yeah. A Satisfactory player who doesn't mind the finicky bits. Yes. Yeah. You hate the glitch? It is quite annoying. I'm sure there's a way to fix it. Oh, I fixed it. Okay. I don't know what I did, but it worked. So, there we go. Positivity. That's what fixed it. I shouldn't trust myself with that on my person. No, I should not trust myself at all. I have to paint all of these. I'll probably paint all of these here as well, if I'm honest. There we go. They look quite nice in here, actually. Same with all of this. And there we have it. Okay, so let's just cross off what we've managed to make now, which was this and this. I can now officially make U-Lots, which is brilliant. However, I will not be doing that today because we've already managed to get quite a lot done today. Let's try and get our final cinematic shots of the day. Just so we can laugh at how little we've accomplished. I mean, just so we can acknowledge how much we've achieved. There we go. So, that marks episode 4 billion of our Fixmas Factory mini-series. Apparently now it's like a mini-series because I've done so many episodes about this. Yeah, I'm still pretty happy with it. There's a lot of things outside of the factory that I'm not thrilled about regarding the coal district, but overall I would say this is not too bad. I'm quite shocked by how it looks, because whenever I start a factory, I either go into it with a plan, a vision, or I just make it up as I go along. I would say I had a very light vision of what I actually wanted to try and do for this factory. But little things like when I was messing around with the train station inside of here, I wanted the train station or the train track to be floating on the ceiling and be attached to the ceiling and not be attached to the ground. We did it and it looks fine. But this overall look, I wanted it to be a long rectangular build with a skyscraper. We didn't go with the skyscraper in the end, which I thought was a good choice. But I would say it's working, it's coming together. It is definitely coming together, but my creativity energy is depleted for today. I really did enjoy doing the logistics stuff. Again, we haven't done it for so long, so it's nice just coming back to the game, crunching a bunch of numbers. Nothing here is too difficult. We're not doing anything complex. It's just trying to make the logistic element of the game as simple for myself as possible. And I feel like we've relatively achieved that. Not perfect, no, but we're getting close to it. Either way, thank you very much everyone for tuning in today. To everyone that watched... Wait, oh yeah, I'm doing 2 YouTube streams, aren't I, today? I completely forgot. We're doing like a shorts one, apparently. I can't show you it because it's... I can't see it. Well, it doesn't really help. Where am I actually streaming my shorts thing to? Because when I go into my own channel, then select shorts, I can't actually find it. Either way, I'm live again tomorrow, by the way, in case you guys want to tune back in. That one? Oh, that's this stream. Shouldn't it be there? Where the heck am I streaming to? No. Literally no idea. Either way, thank you very much everyone for watching, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. We're going to be continuing with our logistics, which should be good fun, and then maybe do some other things as well, because what I'm planning to do for tomorrow's logistic element of the stream is not going to take very long. So for the last hour of that stream, we'll look into something else. We'll see how it goes. But either way, thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Stay safe, and as always, Godspeed and cheerio.